Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Corn Corner Podcast. I'm Cam Wren, and look, call them garbanzo beans, call them chickpeas, I just call them dinner.
That's good. That was a good one. I'm Cam Damage, and sunscreen is a conspiracy invented by the government to get us to cover ourselves.
All right.
And
I told you not to bring this up.
I'm so sorry.
I told you not to bring
We'll
that
get
up.
into it, though.
Today, we are going to speak about something, not what you were just talking about, but it's a globe type of situation. Many people love it. Many people think about the day it might fall out the sky. Gives us warmth, vitamin C, and vitamin D.
Vitamin C.
As you were saying, in the sky, there's an item,
Yeah.
and it is known as a sun in some local group.
To some.
To some, is known as a sun.
I'm not saying they're wrong, but it's controversial.
Can you think back to a time where you interfaced with the sun growing up?
Sure. Many times.
Was there any time where it maybe stood out to you?
The one that comes to my mind is when I got sunburned so bad I got sick.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like I got sun poisoning.
When did that happen?
So one time my family, we used to go on vacation in San Diego, and we'd stay at the Hotel del Coronado, which is featured in the movie Some Like It Hot.
Is this what messed you up?
Yeah, it's...
You're really in there.
Anyway, and... Cheers. I was born in San Diego, but didn't live there very long. Anyway, so we went on vacation there. You okay?
Yeah.
You okay, babe? And I didn't know the sun was different. Like the sun hit different in Southern California versus in Central Pennsylvania.
She different.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Who could think such a thing?
Yeah.
And I am of an olive complexion, despite how pale I often look on the screen.
Yeah.
And tan easily and don't burn easily. So I like put on sunscreen at some point. I was like, I don't know, 8. I was pretty young, and was like, I'm good for the day.
Yeah.
Mom being like, gotta put more sunscreen on, and me being like, kick rocks, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't. And then I got so burnt that I I was like passing out, like we went out to dinner. I remember that night, and I was like, was like, and like couldn't keep it together, and I had to go like get in a special like cold bath.
Oh my God.
To like ease the like whatever. And I remember air conditioning blowing on my skin and being like,
oh my,
because like like it was the worst sunburn I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
It was crazy.
What did you order that night at dinner? Do you remember?
Probably chicken fingers.
Were you a chicken finger kid?
Every time.
And French fry?
Yeah.
You dip them in a little bit of some.
Yeah.
What?
The French fries are ketchup, but the chicken fingers are like probably something else fun, like a honey mustard or a tangy barbecue or a.
You telling me you have, if you have ketchup on the plate, and
it's different now, for the record.
Well, I'm not talking about now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about then.
Yeah.
You would reserve ketchup for a French fry, and then maybe have a little bit of fun and explore with the chicken finger.
Yeah, because that's where you do different dipping sauces. And I also would never do like ketchup on a hot dog. Ugh.
Even now you feel that?
Yeah, fucking never. And I would not have it on a burger if I had my druthers.
If you had your what?
Druthers.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what a druther is, but I know that a saying is if I had my druthers. And I'll tell you what, I've got them.
Do you? Do you think that maybe you've misheard this your whole life, and maybe it's something like when we have each other?
No, it's 110%. If I had my druthers.
It seems like it's maybe something that maybe you misheard.
No.
As a young age. Well, maybe you had poisoning.
I'll Google it right now.
Okay.
I was poisoned in various ways as a child, but
it does sound like
not in a Munchausen way.
What is Munchausen?
Munchausen or Munchausen by proxy?
I don't know what that means.
When you like make yourself sick for attention.
Oh, okay.
Like that. Like did you see The Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
So there's a girl it's under the bed, the ghost girl under the bed that pushes like the box out with the videotape in it and they watch it and realize that the mom was poisoning the girl the whole time to make the girl sick, so the mom would get attention for being like the caring mother, and then the girl died eventually. Played by Misha Barton. Anyway, that was Munchausen by proxy. So the mom was like,
proxy,
yeah.
Wow. You really learned something on this podcast about these things. So growing up, you threw up in hats. You got poisoned by the sun.
Yeah, that was the same trip. I'm fairly certain that the fisherman hat puking incident and the sun poisoning.
There's a lot went on growing up.
Yeah.
For you.
Here we are.
What else? How else did you get poisoned?
No, I'm like, like just like food poisoning kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We got food poisoning together, technically.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of barbecue food.
Well,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. That was but also I'm happy that happened at the end of the trip because I think we were both just kind of done at that point.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
we
I
were
was
just like
"Can I just
whatever.
be home?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter." So
shit in a rest stop, it's fine.
I didn't. Did you?
What?
Absolutely.
That
not.
whole trip you didn't? We
Not-
drove up the entire West Coast and you didn't shit in a rest stop once?
Absolutely not. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I can because I do it. I'm past the point of like being in a public setting and being ashamed of doing a thing. Like, especially now that I'm using the men's restroom,
Yeah.
it's hilarious to me that I used to go in the women's room and would pee and would try so hard not to fart while peeing.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, like
Yeah.
picking the pelvic floor muscles I was
Yeah.
using to.
Yeah.
But I now go in the men's room and I'm just like, whatever, dude. Because if I'm in the stall and someone else is next to me, they're shitting. They're
Yeah.
not going in there to pee sitting
Yeah.
down like I am.
Yeah.
Unless it's another trans dude there.
Yeah. People are like, God, this guy shits a lot.
It's just water. I think he should get that checked out. It sounds like he's peeing.
No, I didn't. But also we got somewhere that night.
Yeah.
So I just waited, it's like,
That's the thing that is completely foreign to me. I just
Yeah.
waited to poop.
It is weird for you. You gotta go, you go.
Yeah.
But you also, not to be too revealing on this podcast, you take multiple different medicines.
Yeah.
So your body is not,
Functional.
that was kind of the word that we were looking for
Yeah.
there, but it's built different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true. Back to the sun.
Back to the sun. So San Diego, known for having the sun there. Did you do some kind of fun in the sun type of things?
Yeah, we were like at the beach.
Build a sandcastle.
Yeah, always. I like to do sand sculptures, like to dig a hole near the upcoming tide,
Yeah.
watch it fill with water.
Yeah. That's just bad city planning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
'Cause
You're
that-
begging for a flood.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the issues. Do you think now if you went to the beach, would you?
Go to the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would wear sunblock appropriately.
Yeah. I'm on the sunblock now.
Yeah. Yeah, our parents really knew what was up with it.
With sunblock?
Yeah.
I guess. My dad has had skin cancer multiple times.
Yeah, but I mean for us, not for them.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've never had a little skin cancer thing happen from sun exposure, at least.
You have otherwise?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
But it's common.
Yeah,
People do get it.
I've had two different
Yeah.
skin cancer things. That's what the score's from, that one right there.
Wow. Did you get it removed?
Yeah.
Sounds dramatic.
Not really. It's kind of fun.
So this was one of the first times that you encountered the sun.
Yeah.
Do you have a big second time that you saw it?
Saw the sun?
Well, not saw it, but maybe interacted with it.
Now I'm just thinking of the bad things that have happened. Like I got heat stroke at soccer camp one time. I remember
How
that.
does that present itself?
Heat stroke?
Yeah.
It's just you get so overheated and like whatever that your body's like, shut her down. Like it's not good. The faculties are not facultying.
Wow. And did you just faint and fall over on your head?
No.
Oh.
Have you ever fainted?
No.
It's not how you don't just.
Do you, so.
It's a cat.
It's a cat. Do you, so you're at soccer camp,
Yeah.
kicking around that ball,
Mhm.
doing the things,
Playing
and
for Supernova, which goes back to the sun.
Actually, a supernova is very related to the sun.
Yeah. Directly, some would say.
Did you get heat stroke because you didn't drink enough water or because the sun was kind of out in full force?
Probably both. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I remember it vividly. I played whatever for that club team called Supernova, and the coach was a Yugoslavian man named Niki Nikolai or something like that.
Great name.
And he would swear in Yugoslavian. I don't know what fucking. I sound ignorant as hell what language she spoke, but
I'm glad you had to deal with that one and not me.
I don't think. I
don't know either.
He was white, so it's not racist of me to be like whatever language he spoke. Like, you can't. Anyway, he would be. I remember it. Yeah, like he would like say this like things.
What does
and
that
be
mean?
I don't know, but he was pissed.
Wow.
He was always really mad.
You could have just said something
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we
Wow.
were like 10-year-olds, and it's like it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had really long. It was like camp.
Yeah.
In the summer, stroking my foot.
Everyone
stroking my foot.
So everybody knows we're both angled into each other right now, and our feet are under this table. And I keep hitting your foot over and over.
I moved mine.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
retreated.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of space now. But anyway, that won't happen anymore.
Nor will me getting heat stroke at soccer camp.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. That would happen to me every like every preseason at field hockey because we would do like 2 days.
It sounds abusive. 2 days, too much.
I don't know what the point was. I'm like, we're children, but
Yeah, well, I think that too much work can be bad,
yeah.
right? I don't understand what the 2 days thing is. Like, your body needs rest.
It's because you weren't doing stuff for so long that you're supposed to like get thrown back into
not
it.
how-
And it's
that's
also not how it works.
works.
Yeah, we were playing field hockey all summer. Like,
Yeah.
It's like stupid.
Did you ever play with water guns in the sun? You know what I'm
Not
talking
that
about?
much.
Super soakers?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I envied people who got to. And you know what other activity I never have done? I wouldn't now. The slip and slide. Did you do that?
Oh my God.
I never did it.
In college, we made a slip and slide.
With lube?
It wasn't with lube. I don't think we even understood what lube, like where to get that much lube.
God,
you know?
also that's just like a thing that
Yeah.
we didn't know what lube was until like I didn't consider lube until my 20s.
Yeah.
Like my possibly later 20s. And I was definitely doing stuff before then. We were just
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think it was even like a concept. I was like,
No.
yeah. Anyway, so we I grew up went to college in Louisiana.
Yeah.
A lot of space.
A lot of
And
space.
I had a friend that lived in a like a trailer park kind of thing, and he had this like huge yard next to him. And we got a huge tarp, and then we got a bunch of Dawn dish soap.
Oh,
And
yeah, that
then
is how we did it.
One summer, it was like it was so fun. It was about 6 of us, and we just did it for like hours, and we just ran just over and over. And there's videos
To like no end. Like there was no goal.
There was
It's
no
just-
goal. It was
Yeah.
pure fun.
Yeah.
Just pure fun.
Yeah.
Of just like laughing and screaming and all of us running together trying to stand on it. It was
that'd be
so
fun.
fucking fun.
I was always too scared of it. Like I helped set it up in college in like the quad or whatever, but I was like, I'll be the one who
Yeah.
does something terrible,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It was a little bit goofy, but I was like, you know what? No.
Whatever.
But yeah, we have, it was so fun. I remember also seeing my friend, it was the first time I really saw someone like edit video, and my friend had one of those white MacBooks
Oh yeah.
and edited on Final Cut. And I remember being like,
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, that's so cool.
Were you a public pool person growing up?
No, I've never been to a public pool actually.
Whoa, like ever?
I honestly, I can't remember public pools like in New Orleans.
That's crazy.
I
Are they not? They must be a thing there.
I'm sure they are. It's
Yeah.
just I never saw them, I guess. I don't know.
That was like a very important part of the summer experience for me personally. It was like summer camps, sports or not, and then going to the public pool or the country club where we could also go.
I guess now that I think about it, I guess there were like different parishes had
I love
these
parishes. It's so cool. It's so cool.
had these like weird little groups that would do sports. So like you could join the
Like intramural kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like as a kid, people would be like, you would go to your school, but then also you would be like, I'm a part of the XX parish
Whatever's.
baseball
Yeah.
team, or I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a part of the soccer team or the t-ball or the cheerleading or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I guess that those little recreation centers had pools.
Yeah. It was often attached to the rec center. Yeah.
But I never went to those. It was too stressful for me. Like, not stressful, but it was like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the pool. Don't you I don't fucking know. Like, I don't.
Oh, you want to just go with a group of friends?
No, I think we kind of
You're
hit on
indoor
this
kids.
often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no.
And you
like-
had like a few friends.
This like Hey Arnold style hang out after school with your friends and bebop around
Yeah.
the town. That didn't happen. Like the rocket power idea, like that wasn't real to me. Like I went home, I played video games. I went to school. I saw my friends at school. I went home, I played video games. I saw my friends at school.
It's
like,
wild.
I didn't roam the
was-
city with my friends.
The public pool experience was like a whole other ecosystem
Yeah.
with which like you and your friends interacted. Like there was like an entire other story, like it's a side quest, like storyline of your life.
yeah.
Because the things that happen there only exist there.
Yeah.
And you don't like, you'll be like, we're going to the pool today, and then it's like, I hope such and such is there.
Yeah.
And there's people you only interacted with at the pool. Like that's like they were like pool friends or whatever, because they may like have not gone to the same school or something.
Yeah.
But they live in the same like area, so y'all go to the same like
Pool.
public pool. Hershey Plaza represent. And it was just such a like. I remember I have so many like specific memories from the public pool.
Yeah.
Of like the snack stand and like, you know, my friend getting her period for the first time,
Wow.
like in a very like, oh, that happens in movies way. Like,
Where was so this friend, for instance?
yeah,
Was she a school friend as well, or only a pool friend?
school friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I had two school friends that I would always go with.
and it kind of adds a little bit of depth to the school friend
Yeah,
friendship.
yeah,
because you're
we're
like
doing this,
double.
yeah,
pool and
double
that.
dipping. And then you'd meet people at the pool who went to the same school, but they were different grades, so
Yeah.
you'd never actually like seen them before or whatever. Like this is actually like a very early gender thing. I was always very awkward at the pool. Didn't want to wear a bikini. Shocking.
Yeah.
Well, I would like do the t-shirt and like board shorts or board shorts and like the rectangle top
Yeah.
instead of a triangle top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there are these two dudes, Dave Nazario and Frank Bertossi, that I like befriended that were older boys. And I was like, oh, it's so cool that they like want to be friends with me. And they were like really fucking cool and nice. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah.
weird. And they weren't so much older that would have been anyway. But they started calling me Edward. And I was like, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I was like, oh, fun, I got a nickname. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, tight, that's cool, whatever. And then I found out it was after Ed from Cowboy Bebop,
Oh,
who's like the kind of like gender ambiguous
that's cool.
character that's like a little like,
Yeah.
and I was very much noodly and before my growth spurt was like,
Yeah.
"Bleh." But they called me like Ed and Edward all one summer. And I was like, this is it. We're living, fellas. And then meanwhile, my like two girlfriends that I always go with are over there reading Cosmo, like
Oh,
Cosmopolitan magazine, sitting on the side
God.
of the pool while I'm like fucking around with the dudes. And like, it's such a,
It's funny you brought up Cosmo because I saw this meme posted recently. And it was like something like women's magazines really convinced me that going day to night was going to be a big part
saw
of my
that.
30s.
yet to run into it.
It's so funny.
It's true. They really harped on that.
But then I saw some comments of people that were like, well, I actually work in an office. So if I'm going to go out after office, I need to be able to go like bring
Sure.
my outfit to the night. And I was like, oh, I guess that,
But also just change your clothes.
yeah.
Like that's like weird. Just like
Yeah, but I don't think that people that work in office do that.
go change your clothes in the bathroom or something.
I mean, maybe you bring like clothes with you in a bag or
Yeah.
something, but like I don't think.
I'll just be not going out. It's too much work.
Well, I think people want to have lives. Okay, now that you bring up this rec center type of arc, I'm starting to realize that I think that is what we're kind of talking about here. Because when I thought of public pool, I think about like a standalone pool at like a literal park that doesn't have a convenience store. Like,
Well,
you
it's
know,
not a convenience store, to be
oh,
clear.
sorry, I meant
Snack shack.
concession stand.
Yeah.
That doesn't have like a monetary
Fixture.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's just like the public park that also has a pool that's maintained
That's
via,
weird.
via your tax dollars.
Okay.
I think that is like a thing.
I mean, you could. So like ours was, the pool was free. Like you went to the pool for free. It was attached to like the plaza was like, there was one of those big ass. How far over is your fucking foot over here?
Keep it in the foot. Keep it in his foot.
What are the, not jungle gym? I can't think of another word for it though. The big ones that were made of like wood and they were like castle. We had them, like everyone had one in their town, I swear.
Okay.
And all the tan bark on the ground, but it was like a massive jungle gym thing. But it was like that, and then the pool, and then some tennis courts, and like all that shit. And then you'd go in the building, and there's like a basketball court.
I guess, I hate to really flop it on you here, but so I would do like sports at the thing.
You're not flopping it. We're sharing our disparate experiences.
I would do sports like the intramural sports.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing now there probably were pool parties like that I just didn't do.
You just wouldn't go to.
I just didn't do. So I'm so sorry, everybody. 20 minutes in this podcast, I'm realizing that everything I've said is not true. But I think that we did have public pools then because I'm sure that there were pool days and stuff during the summer.
Yeah.
I think the other thing to say is that we had an above ground pool.
Oh,
in the backyard.
Your family did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would swim there with my like next door neighbor.
Yeah.
And any of my friends. We just kind of hang out there.
That was like unheard of because I lived in like the hill mountain region and stuff.
That makes sense.
So like you couldn't just be having
Louisiana's.
Yeah. There
flat as
weren't above ground pools there.
Yeah. So we were like a pool family. We always had a
That makes sense
above
then.
ground pool.
That was not. I'm always a poke pool. Well, and also the country club later in life.
I think too, my mom really wanted us at home. Like not that she like didn't let us go out. We did, but I think
She enjoyed you home.
She enjoyed having kids like in and out.
Yeah.
Like our pantry and fridge was always open to anybody, which is really different than my next door neighbor. Because I remember going over to their house and thinking it was the same, kind of going in the fridge and being like getting a candy or something, and then them being like, no, that's actually for this person.
Yeah.
But my mom was like, it was never like that.
Yeah.
So I think she liked having a rotating door.
Opposite.
Yeah,
I was
yours.
my mom. She's good. She's good now. Wait, she did not want us. Like she didn't want people around. We still don't want people around.
Yeah.
We don't even want to be around each other. That's not true. We love each other.
You actually, you like your family a lot.
Yeah, my family's awesome now. It wasn't always, but like we're all fucking sick now. It's really cool. But like growing up, it was like we did not go to my house. Like,
yeah.
And if you went through the pantry and stuff, it'd be like, y'all want some Irish steel cut oats?
Yeah.
Or the Ezekiel toast before I started to actually like it as an adult. Like,
Well, it sounds like your mom had her kind of like health craze.
Yeah.
Then.
Yes. Yeah. She was ahead of the curve on like a
Yeah.
lot of stuff with that. But then Brad's house was the cool house.
We've talked about that a couple times.
Like with so much shit.
But I think it's also worth noting that you've created the vibe of like anything you want is on limits at your place.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
To the point of where like you'll offer me things and I'm like, don't offer me that. This is your favorite item and you need to eat it for breakfast tomorrow.
I'm like, no, it's fine.
Yeah,
and
you're
I
like-
mean it.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. And this is something that comes up a lot is like the generosity, but you've really done that. You've always made your houses very comfortable.
Yeah, I like have a little nest so people can come and like.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than going to like a friend's house and feeling like you can't touch stuff or like a surface or just like crash out somewhere.
Have you seen the sun come through a window before?
Many times,
And
not recently, but I hope to again one day.
if you were to see that, when you do see that, when you encounter it in life, when you kind of like, I don't know, when you're presented with it, how does that kind of thing feel?
I like it. I'm a fan. I need the sun. I need to interface to get going.
Yeah.
If the sun doesn't come out, I was gonna try to make an Annie thing there. It didn't work.
Well, talk to me about that.
You know what Annie? You know Annie? You
It's
familiar?
a movie. Then they made the bunnies based off of that movie.
Yeah.
Still
You hit
kicking
my
that foot. I still keep hitting that foot. But you know what?
If you hit my foot one more fucking time.
I'm just gonna change this foot over here, and I think that that's gonna be the better option.
I kept having to me and a guy on the plane the other day when I came home. It was so funny.
Oh, kneeing him?
No, like we had our feet crossed towards each other.
Oh yeah.
And I was not in his space. He was in my space.
Yeah.
And he kept like,
that's what they do.
and I was like,
Come on, guy.
also he was like so tiny. He was
on.
really tiny.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's got to take up space.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were talking about sun coming through a window, and you know those kind of emotions associated with it. Growing up, did your room have windows?
It did. Yeah.
Um,
Can you imagine? You're just like in the one room in the house that doesn't have a window. That's your bedroom. Have you ever had a bedroom that is like that, or a room? Have you ever lived sub-level?
no.
One of Brad and I's actually our first apartment was a basement apartment too, but it had a window. The second apartment we lived in when we were at college together we were in the basement, and the window, like if this is the wall, to the window is the wall. Yeah. If, the window was like this big, and it was just the driveway of the apartment building. So like cars, people's feet. It was like no asphalt. Like there was no. Oh, can't wait to open the so we just kept it closed all the time.
Yeah.
There's no fucking sun anyway. But it was off. It was just awful.
Were you there for a year?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was terrible.
That seems like a goofy place.
It was. I mean, the apartment setups in State College were abysmal. At Penn State.
That was like a I don't want to say an institutionalized apartment, but
No, it didn't. It wasn't like college provided.
it wasn't.
No.
Okay.
It's just they built the town around the college. So they put up like a shit ton of shitty apartment complexes for the students to rent and them to hike the price up at.
The sun not only being something that is kind of fun and allows us to do, you know, different kind of, I would call them fun in the sun style activities is what I like to categorize them as.
Yeah.
It also
You
allows
should trademark that.
fun in the sun style activities.
Yeah.
I would like to.
Yeah.
It also allows plants to grow. A lot of people like to talk about the sun being food for a plant.
Yeah. Is that it?
Do you know about this?
I'm
stuff?
familiar with the concept of photosynthesis. How about people that believe that the same thing works for them?
Are there?
Have you not seen like sun gazers?
I don't know. Like, you mean Donald Trump looking into the...
God, that was
eclipse?
fucking so funny.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, but I feel like it's close enough. There is the immediate thing that I reference it to is there is an episode of Wife Swap, you know, the hit show,
I know it.
where they switched like a, you know, rougher, like hick kind of city family, like whatever, good old whatever, with these like hippy dippy people.
Yeah.
And the mom of the hippy dippy people would every morning go out to like sun gaze, like where she would just like take in the sun, and like that was her breakfast. Like she would just like sit and bask in the sun.
Dude, she would also eat food though.
No, she like ate very little. Like it was like and it wasn't presented in a way that I was like at the time I wasn't like you're just anorexic.
Yeah.
But she like she according to the show genuinely believed that the sun was providing her with something.
It's hard.
It's really rough. But like it's a lovely practice
I was about
on
to
top
say,
of breakfast.
Yeah, do them both.
Yeah.
I do think that there is some legitimacy to just like being in the sun for a bit and like putting
Actually, there is.
feet
Yeah.
on grass and stuff. It like feels
Touch grass.
good.
I agree. And I mean, besides the biological necessity of us needing to be in the sun for our bodies to create vitamin D, it's like just, it's crazy to not, like living in Seattle and not seeing the sun for like a week.
You can supplement that stuff, the vitamin D. You can eat it.
Yes. And also, people are always like, use the sun lamp things, but it's not the same. Like, we all know it's not the same.
Yeah. But it does provide you with that, and a lot of people are thinking that it's going to make the sun obsolete in a lot of ways.
Are they?
That's a lot of the talk on the different message boards right now.
Are you like on the r/no sun?
Surprisingly, it's the r/Adidas board.
Oh, okay.
It's very strange, but a lot of these people are big, supplementers.
Because do they not like the sun? Where's the?
It's not that they don't like it, but it's that they don't think that it's as necessary as a lot of people like to call it. The Adidas board is a lot about efficiency.
Okay.
And once you get in there, it is apparent. You cannot get past that.
So do you think that the Adidas lifestyle? I like wearing Adidas, and I'm not on the subreddits, obviously, so I don't.
Hey. Yeah.
So I don't know about this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly not into it. I'm into Adidas because I like corn. Mm-hmm. The band, but also the food.
But also food. No, just ask it. Just ask it. Like, it's not, honestly, this is a safe place. And the people on the like
I got
ALS
distracted
boards
because your
are
foot hit my
really.
foot again. And I feel like I shouldn't keep pointing it out. I'm just gonna not cross my legs. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just stay straight.
I'm here.
Good luck. Well, I mean, speaking of these kinds of things, when I do think about the sun, I think about head protection. I think about wearing a little hat.
Yeah. You love a hat.
Yeah, I do.
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you own hats?
I do.
Have you ever? What kinds?
The problem is that the only hats that I've ever actually worn, like out, not as a joke, are beanies. And one thing you don't want to use as sun protection is a beanie. It will function as sun protection, but it will also make your head very hot.
Yeah, it kind of does the opposite.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
So I've not publicly worn a baseball cap or, a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
For non-theatrical functions.
Yeah, you love to do that. Do the bits with the hats.
Yeah, I do.
What do you think it would take to get you to kind of start experimenting with different kinds of what? I mean, I'll just say with styles of hats.
There's a Mothman hat right there that I could just toss on. Because now that I don't have hair, it's like the world is my oyster.
You could be a hat guy.
I don't think I will ever get that far into it, but there could be a dabble here or there of hatting.
Would you do a backwards hat or a forwards hat?
If it's for sun protection, forwards. It's like the guy, at the baseball game that has his hat backwards and is going like this.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, dumbass. Like,
it does suck because having a backwards hat
cool.
Looks cute.
Yeah.
Like I have my hat, my
Oh yeah, you do look cute when you do that.
I know I do.
Yeah.
The thing about me is I'm very attractive. And it is cute.
I'm adorable in spite of myself.
My favorite hat made by a Reductress, and it says, "I'm a hat girl now."
Oh yeah, it's so cute.
So funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
There's another one that they made, and it says, "Fuck the sun."
That's good too. It's very on the nose.
I'm a hat girl now is more fun.
That's very funny to me.
Because it is funny, like, there are people that are hat people.
Yeah.
But I'm not a hat girl. But every once in a while, I'm like, I'm gonna wear a hat.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a hat. And it's just so funny that it's
directly.
like so specific.
I do have a bunch of ironic ones, like the Bigfoot sucked my dick and all I got was this hat. Like, or Bigfoot ate my ass or something. Like, that's like that one shirt that I have. It's like, of course I come fast. I got fish to catch.
It's so fucking
It's just
funny.
so like, and it's like Bass Pro Shop font and shit. Like,
God damn, it's funny.
I'd love to. I could start committing to it. I'm gonna put that Mothman hat on once we get off here. Start committing to the vibe.
Okay.
I'll do it.
I would
And then I'll stand there talking and do the shit where they're like, like whatever shit with it.
They love to mess with it.
Yeah.
Do you have a cowboy hat?
Yeah. There's two right there.
I want to actually unironically, I want to check them out.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll fit your head. Like,
In what you're saying, in my head small as in my brain isn't
they're custom
very big
hats.
or are you saying that my head's too fat and I'm unattractive? Which one?
I'm saying that the cranial structures of different people are different.
You know,
Simply put, I had my head measured for that hat.
Wow.
They put a little tape around it. My head's kind of odd shaped, to be honest. I'm noticing now that I don't have hair. It's
Everyone's head's odd shaped.
it's really flat on the top.
Everyone's head is a little goofy shaped.
I don't think it's a problem. It's better than being a cone head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Well,
your head's not odd shaped.
Some
by the
people
way.
would think that being cone head would be cool.
Sure.
Big
I
Dan
don't-
Aykroyd fans out there.
Actually,
Nothing but trouble.
I
Sorry.
did one of the Dan Aykroyd quizzes.
You did?
Yeah.
Where? One of those Dan Aykroyd quizzes. Oh yeah, I've wanted it forever.
when it kind of asks like, "Are you Dan Aykroyd or are you not?" And
Was this at when you came through customs at the airport? It's the first thing they ask. Are you Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
no, I mean I'm not. So
Yeah.
that's what it essentially.
that was the
said.
whole quiz.
I guess in wrapping this up, the last thing I would like to chat about is there are some plants that don't need the sun,
Yeah.
known as a fake plant.
Oh, sure. I was thinking of actual ones that don't need the sun, really.
Which ones are those?
Like ground dwellers that live under the shade of other plants, so they have to absorb
Yeah.
their nutrients through the dirt and through
I don't know.
systems.
But there's still like indirect sunlight.
Yeah, sure, but there are things that have like evolved to really not require
Yeah.
much, if any.
Don't you think it's a fun
There's
plant?
cave lichens that don't see the sun at all.
They probably think about the sun though.
They don't know what the sun is. We're not done with this. Come back. They don't know what they have no concept of the sun. We're in Dino Hatton right now. There's fungus everywhere and there's no sun.
Dino Hatton.
Talking about Super Mario Bros.
What are you're saying? Is that what they call Manhattan? Dino
Yeah.
Hatton? That's so
Because Man
funny.
and Dino. Have you
That's-
still not seen that movie?
I know, but I hear it's
Fuck, we have to watch that movie.
the Super Mario movie.
Yeah.
You saw it?
Are you kidding me? No, not Chris Pratt. Like our child, like Bob Hoskins.
Let's watch it
John
tonight.
Leguizamo.
Let's watch that tonight.
Yes.
Let's watch it tonight.
God,
because I
it's-
saw it. I saw it as a child.
Yeah.
But I remember very well.
Oh, it's so good.
Let's watch it tonight.
The whole concept is the like fungus is like a heavy feature in it.
I want to watch it tonight because it's a '90s New York movie,
So
and those are just the best.
It's so good.
But I also do hear that the Super Mario movie, the new one, is outstanding.
It
really
sucks
do
that
hear
I'm
that.
gonna. I will see it because I love our queen Anya Taylor-Joy.
She's great. Sweet angel.
Blessed Hispanic angel, Latina.
We
Whatever.
love her.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a Patreon. It's pay what you want. You get the same stuff everybody gets. It's just a way to support us.
Patreon.com/The Corn Corner.
And on that note,
Go get some sun.
go get some sun.
Here comes deedle doodle. I'm shocked that neither of us did shut up about the sun.
Yeah, I tried to avoid it. Well, you got to say the ending. You got to say if you're
Oh,
shuck or cream.
I was ready to walk away.
No, you got to
Well,
say it.
whether you're shark,
Nor if you're cream.
doesn't matter what kind of corn you are.
Just as long as you're kind corn. All right. Thanks.